guys, today I'm going to be explaining the ninth chapter of Tenali Raman, which is the theft of the flowers. There are 8 stories done. Congratulations! So let's move on. Theft of the flowers. Once upon a time, King Krishnadev Rai was gifted a rose, and he thought it was beautiful. He planted it in his garden. After years and years, the rose creeper grew on the walls of the king's palace, and it looked so beautiful that he told his gardener that no one should pluck these flowers. Be aware of that. I'm assigning you to the duty of guarding the flowers, rose flower. So the gardener did what he was told. He took care of them. He gave them water. He made sure that no one plucked those flowers. But one day, King saw his rose creepers and said, "Every day some roses are being stolen. The number of my roses are decreasing in a few days. Find out who is stealing my flowers." And he took a guard of his palace, I think, and assigned him to the duty of guarding it officially and keeping an eye on that rose creeper. So if someone steals it, he could watch and then catch the thief. So he too did what he was told. He kept an eye on that rose creeper, and which worked too well. But every day he spotted a boy who was stealing some flowers every day. And the boy was none other than Tenali's 10-year-old son. Then the guard caught him, and he had said that you are the thief of the king's flowers. And they had this tradition in their kingdom that every thief should be went around by the city. Like it should be roamed. The thief should be roamed around the city by the guards. So there were 2 purposes of doing this tradition. Once the people would get to know the person who stole and who stole what. Who did something wrong? Who was it? What did he do wrong, he or she? And the second purpose was that the thief would be ashamed of himself for the misdeed. That's what the guard did. He followed the tradition and roamed the boy around the city. As they went through Tenali's house, Tenali's wife she went like crying out to see, and she called Tenali, and who was shocked to see it too. And then the mother of her son, and obviously wife of Tenali, said that why don't you help our boy? Why don't you help our son? You can talk to the king. You are so close to him. But Tenali said, I can do nothing. He should speak himself out of this. He should take his mouth and save himself. sort of thing. So that's what I'm sure I read here, like this, around here. Where was it? I forgot. Where was it? See, the sun. No. This. Why don't you do something for our son? She asked. The wife asked, and Tenali said loudly, I can do anything. Our son has got into trouble. He should use his mouth out of this. So, see here. I actually forgot the sentence. I'm sorry. So, Tenali said he got into trouble, and I just said that, okay? So, let's move on. Then, hearing his father, his son was so disappointed and so ashamed of himself, and yet he thought that even my father is not helping me. What can I do? But then he finally understood what he meant. When Tenali said he got into trouble in that sentence, now he actually understood that he meant was mouths can be used for eating and speaking. So this was his point, eating. So without letting the guard realize it, the son ate all the flowers. And then by the time they got to the king's palace, by the time they roamed around the city and then came back to the palace, I think, the boy had no flowers now. So he didn't realize it. The guard did not realize that he actually ate all the flowers. So, he just said, we found our thief. But the king said, it cannot be the king. It cannot be Tenali's son. It cannot be a little boy. The guard said, I caught him red-handed near the rose creeper. He had a bunch of roses in his hand. The king said, well, I don't see anything. See, when they represented him in the court, the boy said, my lord, I was just passing by that way and this man caught me. I am innocent. So that was a real turning point. The guard lost his temper. He was telling again and again that he found the boy doing this, stealing the roses. So, after that, he lost his temper and said, no, my lord, he is lying. I caught him red-handed near the rose creeper while he was plucking the flowers. The son said, my lord, he has failed to catch the real culprit, the real thief. And that's why he framed me into this case, I think. He said, my lord, he has failed to catch the real culprit and so he has framed me. So that's a pretty sad thing for the guard, but the son, Tenali's son, fought his way. And then the guard shouted angrily, don't tell lies, he told the boy. The boy said, if I had stolen the roses, they would have been in my hands, but I don't have any roses in my hands. So the king was angry for framing the stealing on the boy. So he just shouted at the guard instead. The boy was set free because the king thought he was an innocent child. Okay, let's think he was an innocent child. Then he understood that what was the meaning of, then he understood, he appreciated what his father said. But Tenali said that you have to swear that you will never ever steal anything or take anything without the permission of its owner, and it's called stealing. He pledged. The boy pledged, and then after pledging about not stealing anything from others, Tenali said that not even a flower. You cannot even steal a flower. Stealing is stealing, even though it is just a flower or a plant or anything. It can be anything, but it doesn't mean you can steal it. So he found his way. Now he finally understood that stealing is not an option. This was our chapter of Tenali Raman, the theft of the flowers. See you in the next chapter, guys. Really excited. Bye.